going on, guys? JD from New York here. The real Mr. 9 to 5. Thank you so much for joining me here on Off the Script. This is number 42, part number 2 for your Saturday morning, week ending December 7th, 2014. If you guys are new to my channel, what the fuck are you waiting for to hit that subscribe button, man? Not only is this the number one source for WWE news and rumors right here on YouTube.com, it is also the number one source for WWE 2K15 content right here on YouTube.com, man. My career and my WWE universe. Mr. 9 to 5 is my creative character who just reclaimed the WWE NXT Championship for a second time. He is now a two-time NXT champion. That happened yesterday. If you guys missed that, and any one of the previous videos before that, everything is in the description down below. Go and check that out. If you guys want to see my universe in WWE 2K15, I book WWE through my crazy mind and from what I see, man. Better than what's going on right now in real life. That's for you. Go check that out. We're in week 3 right now, heading towards week 4. Got my first pay-per-view coming up, Extreme Rules. At Extreme Rules, we're going to have a King of the Ring tournament. I'm going to be streaming this tournament live on Twitch. I will fill you guys in on all the details. At Extreme Rules, during this King of the Ring, we're going to crown a new number one contender. The number one contender will then battle Brock Lesnar for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and we will finally crown JD's first ever Universe Champion. It's going to be great, man. Big things coming up. Very exciting. I'm having a blast playing the game. So if you guys missed anything previously, my career, my universe, links are down below in the description. Go and check that out. If you guys missed Off the Script yesterday, man, big episode. Talking about CM Punk on The Art of Wrestling. Round 2 with Colt Cabana. Pretty much going over everything he talked about the week prior. I break it down segment by segment. Give you guys the most important details about what happened on the second show. So if you missed that, if YouTube did not deliver it to your sub boxes, or if you just missed it and didn't have time to watch it yesterday, go check it out. Link is down below towards the very top of the description. So please go check that out. And thank you for all the love and support. Greatly appreciate it. I'm having a blast doing this, man. I love doing this shit for you guys. I love talking about WWE. I'm having fun playing 2K15. So as long as you guys keep supporting and are thoroughly entertained, I'm going to continue to try my best and deliver excellent quality entertainment. So thank you very much. All right, thank you guys very much. Moving on. Last but not least, we got Chair Shot Reality. We got Joe Cronin. We got TRN. If you guys want additional wrestling content besides what you see here on Off the Script, okay, go and check out those 3 individual channels. Their YouTube channels and everything for their Twitter and social media will be down in the description below. Go check that out. I'm even going to link you guys a video talking about CM Punk. Chairshot posted exclusive content on their YouTube channel about CM Punk and giving you their opinions about him walking away in this whole podcast reveal. So Labar, Eisenberg, and Gulish are talking about that. I'm going to leave that down below. Go check it out if you guys want more opinions on the CM Punk drama. Tell them JD from NY sent you over there. Show those guys some love. And finally, guys, if you missed my Steve Austin, Vince McMahon podcast review, that was returning on Behind the Mic. I talk about it, Behind the Mic number 7. My other podcast away from what I do here on Off the Script. It was probably one of the best WWE videos I ever put out for you guys. Very entertaining, about 36 minutes long. I break down the podcast with Austin and McMahon, give you my thoughts and opinions behind that. Behind the Mic, number 7, link in the description down below. That description is for you guys, man. If you missed anything, just go there and reference everything you guys need. Speaking of CM Punk, again, he's in the title of the video. CM Punk is in the title of the video because he's everywhere, apparently. His name draws attention. His name draws interest. His name draws viewers, okay? And this is a big enough story to the point where I think it warrants the top story for part 2. There's really nothing else going on. TNA re-signed Kurt Angle. Dixie Carter's talking about TNA being a legitimate threat to WWE. I'll talk about that. We got Heath Slater being arrested. Another top story. Rey Mysterio is more than likely going to sign a new WWE deal. I got all this coming up on Off the Script. I even got a fucking ridiculous story, which I'll talk about in a little bit, about WWE renaming the TLC pay-per-view in 2 weeks. One of the dumbest fucking articles I think I've ever read. One of the most absolutely asinine things WWE could have done. Why would you change the name to TLC? We'll talk about it. But let me get into this CM Punk story that I was reading this afternoon. During CM Punk's tell-all interview with Colt Cabana on Thanksgiving, Ultimate Fighting Championship was one of the main topics that was coming up. First, Punk talked about being denied to walk his friend Chael Sonnen to the Octagon at a UFC event. Vince McMahon did not want Punk to have a prominent role at the event because McMahon believed someone was going to die. I don't understand that. That's according to CM Punk. Again, I don't understand why Vince would not want his superstar, CM Punk, to walk down the aisle at a UFC event. People are automatically going to see Punk. They're going to reference WWE, and it's going to get WWE's name out there to the UFC audience. Why not use him in that capacity? I don't understand it. It's only going to benefit WWE. According to Punk, Vince believed someone was going to die. Completely fucking foolish. Okay? Moving on. Later on in the interview, Punk spoke further on the subject, noting that UFC was incorporated into his no-compete clause from WWE. Some fans have speculated that Punk, an avid UFC fan, is gearing up for an MMA career. The speculation stems from Punk training with the highly respected Gracie family. While there's no factual basis or reports on Punk training for a career in the UFC, this did not prevent TMZ from asking UFC President Dana White about CM Punk. The tabloid bumped into White and did not hesitate to ask him the questions on everyone's mind. In regards to Punk, White said he would certainly be open to talking to Punk about joining Ultimate Fighting Championship. He says, and I quote, "I don't know if he can fight or anything like that, but sure, I wouldn't mind talking to CM Punk." Punk's aforementioned no-compete clause is likely no more, as he pointed out its flaws throughout his follow-up interview with Colt Cabana this week. Punk scored a big settlement from WWE, but has to keep quiet about what it contains. White is also asked about WWE World Heavyweight Champion Brock Lesnar potentially returning to UFC after WrestleMania 31 in 2015. Now, I don't think Punk is going to be in the Octagon. I don't think Punk is going to sign a contract with UFC to actually get into the Octagon and fight. You got to keep in mind, Punk is 36 years old. He does have a background in jiu-jitsu, but I don't think Punk right now is at an age where he can compete in UFC and go at it really hard and be successful at it. If Punk does come back to active sports, it will be wrestling, it will be for the WWE after all the dust settles. I firmly believe that, and I truly believe that deep down. He will be back in the WWE. If everyone else in the past who had a problem with Vince McMahon ultimately came back to the company, Warrior, Hogan, Flair, Bret Hart, they will be, they're going to be, welcoming CM Punk back with open arms. No question. Punk will be back in the WWE. Now, if Punk wanted to sign a deal with UFC, more power to him. Punk draws interest, like I said. He draws viewers. I don't see Punk being in the UFC, but I do see Punk possibly being a color commentator. Maybe sitting along Joe Rogan. I don't know. I think that would be a very, very good role for him. When Punk was on the mic during his WWE days, he did a damn good job. I would definitely be interested in hearing what CM Punk has to say, especially if he's a fan, an avid fan at that, and a knowledgeable fan of the UFC product. I would love to see what he would bring to the table as a color commentator, man. I love listening to the guy talk. He's very smart. He's always entertaining, and I think he would bring a nice dynamic to UFC if they want to use him in that capacity. But that remains to be seen. but that's what's going on with CM Punk. Dana White is open to talking to CM Punk about coming on board to Ultimate Fighting Championship. All right, let me know what you guys think down below about CM Punk joining UFC. Now, moving on. WWE changing tables, ladders, and chairs. The name of the pay-per-view. Just 9 days away from the pay-per-view, WWE has issued an official name change to the event. Earlier this week, it was confirmed Big Show and Eric Rowan, who is now referred to as Big Red. I don't know why they're calling him Big Red. They named him after a fucking chewing gum. I don't understand that. But now they're referring to him as Big Red, and Rowan would be facing Big Show in a chairs... no, not a chairs match. A stairs match. Sorry. Typo on my thing. It's a stairs match at TLC. It appears the company is now going to integrate that into part of the name. A new release by WWE shows an updated logo for the show, with it renamed as Tables, Ladders, Chairs, ... and Stairs. It is unknown at this time what exactly will constitute a stairs match. I keep saying chairs because this is so fucking retarded. A stairs match, as steel steps are regularly available for usage in any wrestling match regardless, and don't result in a disqualification unless picked up and used to inflict damage. Regardless, its inclusion means it will be the first time ever WWE has changed the pay-per-view name under 2 weeks before it airs. The show will take place live from the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, Ohio on December 14th, live on the WWE Network. Among other matches on the card are John Cena vs. Seth Rollins in a tables match, Dolph Ziggler vs. Luke Harper in a ladder match, which will probably be one of the best matches of the night, for the IC title, and the TLC match between Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose. That might have to be the fucking most retarded article I think I read all year on Off The Script. WWE panders to little children, man. That's how they come across. Like a fucking amateur organization. Tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs? Really? That's what you're naming your fucking pay-per-view? Why don't you just keep it the way it was all the years you've been doing it? TLC. Tables, ladders, and chairs. The Hardys, the Dudleys, and Edge and Christian would be fucking laughing their ass off if you renamed an event with a match that they put their own stamp on and made historic, man. That's fucking embarrassing to the name of a Tables, Ladders, and Chairs match, man. Then you're going to rename the pay-per-view Tables, Ladders, Chairs, and Stairs? Like the article says, in a regular match, in a regular wrestling match, the steel chair, again I said chairs, the steel stairs can be used on the outside of the ring, and it doesn't result in a disqualification. I don't understand that. It's just absolutely fucking retarded that WWE would just add such a childish, foolish, I have no words for that. I have no words for that. So now I have to title my fucking review video after the pay-per-view, TLC, Tables, Ladders, Chairs, ... and Stairs. I don't understand that. I really don't. Let me know what you guys think about that. Absolutely fucking retarded. And like I said, one of the most retarded news articles I read all year here on Off The Script. Goes to show you WWE doesn't know what the fuck that they're doing. And again, Vince McMahon has said that he's happy with the current product. Really? You're happy with that? I wonder who came up with that decision. It had to be Vince himself who okayed that. Yeah, let's add stairs at the end of the pay-per-view. Fucking retarded, man. At WWE Survivor Series, Sting made his highly anticipated debut for the company, laying out Triple H with a Scorpion Death Drop and helping Team Cena emerge victorious in the main event. Based on that outcome, many perceived a Sting vs. Triple H program was on the horizon, possibly concluding with a bout at WrestleMania 31. Sting vs. The Undertaker is a match fans have been craving for over a decade, yet it appears WWE will be going in a different direction. Rob Feinstein of RF Video wrote several hours before the pay-per-view that he had heard Undertaker won't even be competing at WrestleMania 31 at all. From what I've been hearing, he says, I think Undertaker is done and the plans are for Sting and Triple H at WrestleMania. But anything can change, but that's what I've been told as of right now. Very interesting. Undertaker might not even appear at WrestleMania 31. I highly doubt it. I think Taker will be at WrestleMania in some way, shape, or form. If he doesn't wrestle, he will be there regardless. Okay? Sting vs. Triple H has been documented very much lately all over the internet. And I'm one that's going to be very, very intrigued by that matchup. Like I said, I would give Sting another full year wrestling only at the big pay-per-views. WrestleMania, SummerSlam, you bring him back for WrestleMania the following year at 32 to retire in Texas with The Undertaker, and both can ride off into the sunset. That's what I would do. I would pair him with, obviously, Triple H at WrestleMania this year, possibly Bray Wyatt. I'd see John Cena in a match with Sting. I think that would be very interesting. And then everything would conclude with The Undertaker at WrestleMania 32 in Dallas, Texas. That's what I would do. Again, let me know what you guys think down below. During a recent edition of the Wrestling Observer radio show with Dave Meltzer, a report emerged over WWE being interested in having Ryback face Triple H one-on-one at the Royal Rumble on January 25th. This may not be the case any longer. Per Figure4WrestlingOnline.com, F4WOnline.com, WWE officials have soured on the potential match. Good. I don't want to see Ryback against Triple H, period. Okay? That would be a terrible undercard match, as I don't see Ryback at that position. I will never see Ryback in that position at all on the WWE roster. That he has to go one-on-one with Triple H. The new report notes that Ryback's recent bout with Cesaro during November 17th edition of Monday Night Raw was enough to show the higher-ups that he is not ready to step into the ring for a program with WWE's COO. At WWE Survivor Series, Ryback was the first member of Team Cena eliminated in the night's main event. That could be a sign that his assumed push is being tossed to the side. He will face Kane in a chairs match at WWE Tables, Ladders, Chairs, and Stairs on December 13th. Holy shit, that is fucking awful every time I say it. Every time I say it, it just gets more awful and more awful. Anyway, Ryback vs. Triple H, I'm done talking about that. I'm glad WWE's moving along or moving away from that. I don't think that's going to be an intriguing matchup at all. I don't see Ryback being that main event type guy. They can push him and shove him down our throats, but like the report said, the elimination at Survivor Series pretty much gave it away how WWE feels about Ryback right now. They don't see him in that position. He's got a lot of work to do. He will never be on par with anyone like Triple H in the ring. The match with Cesaro, some of you actually told me that it was a decent match, good enough to be on pay-per-view. I saw otherwise, man. I saw a sloppy, very slow match that Cesaro carried all the way through, and, he didn't even make Ryback look that good, man. There's nothing about the Ryback character that really, makes me say, you know what, I want to see this guy on my TV every week. I just don't like Ryback, especially after what CM Punk said about Ryback. I'm soured on the character to begin with because of his fucking attitude and what he did to CM Punk while Punk was in the WWE. But he will face Concession Kane at WWE TLC in a chairs match, which again, I don't understand the concept of fucking chairs match. Just make it a no DQ match, man. Really. A chairs match and a stairs match at TLC. Can you get any more fucking terrible? I'll give you guys a tip and trick right now, man. Take my advice. WWE NXT TakeOver Revolution, December 11th. That's the only pay-per-view you got to worry about this month. That pay-per-view will again be head and shoulders above what they're going to do at TLC. Okay? Just take my word for it. Trust me. And I will be reviewing that pay-per-view, by the way, after it goes off the air on the WWE Network on December 11th. So look forward to that. It should be fun, and I can't wait to see the debut of Kevin Steen in WWE. Now he's renamed Kevin Owens. WWE Network is now available in most places around the globe, and a major step towards getting it on multiple platforms in Canada has now been taken. As noted by PW Insider, Canadian Radio, Television, and Telecommunications Commission approved an application Wednesday that will cement the transition for WWE Network to Canadian television screens. This is pretty interesting. The application had been filed by Rogers Communication, which recently signed a 10-year deal with WWE for broadcasting rights. Because of the ruling, WWE will now be able to broadcast the network as a non-Canadian produced station through Rogers Communications. Alongside this, the corporation can now shop WWE to multiple cable providers throughout all of Canada. It was noted earlier this month Sky Sports has claimed the network, and it will be launched as a television channel in the United Kingdom as well. This move is influenced by what is going on in Canada with the network. WWE experienced issues with launching the network in England, leading to an uproar from fans. Earlier Friday, several outlets published a report about Vince McMahon coming under fire for the network, with added pressure being put on as numbers are short of expectations. Again, if I hear anything regarding the network for my United Kingdom guys and my Canada guys, I will definitely continue to let you know right here on Off the Script. Two more news articles, guys, before I close this episode out, part 2. It was reported earlier this year that WWE would eventually do Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns in a singles feud, but word coming out this past week was that the match may happen at the 2015 Royal Rumble. This is interesting because there have been plans in place for Rollins to feud with a returning Randy Orton, and there have been plans in place for Reigns to have a huge run in the 30-man Rumble main event, leading to his title shot at WrestleMania 31 against Brock Lesnar. There was no word yet on how Reigns versus Rollins at the Rumble may change the other plans that WWE has in mind, but I will certainly keep you all posted. The Rollins versus Dean Ambrose feud did not last long as originally expected, so it's possible they do the same with Rollins versus Reigns at the Rumble. If they do go that route, I see Rollins versus Orton at WrestleMania in a classic. That's what I thought from the beginning anyway, but I would like someone other than Roman Reigns to win the Royal Rumble. It's not out of the realm of possibility where Reigns can fight Rollins earlier in the evening and then also be in the Royal Rumble. That's what they used to do back in the old days, the old school days. But I wouldn't mind seeing Rollins versus Reigns. I'm not too excited about Reigns coming back. I still think he's got a lot of work to do. There's really nothing that stands him out above everybody else. He's still reliving the Shield days. He's got the Shield outfit. He's got the Shield theme music. He's coming through the crowd. You got to alter your image. You got to alter your gimmick to find some kind of ground in WWE where you can, succeed. I don't think he's going to, get to that plateau. I don't think he's going to succeed in WWE by remaining a member of the Shield and dressing the part. If you guys, recall Roman Reigns down at NXT, that's what I want Roman Reigns to be. He looks like Conan the Barbarian. That's what he's got to come back and be. Create his own image, create his own gimmick, and just leave the Shield in the past. So Rollins versus Reigns, I don't mind it. It would be interesting to see. Anything involving the three Shield guys together should be interesting. If it does happen, I do see Rollins versus Orton at WrestleMania in a classic. And I would love if Daniel Bryan came back and won the Royal Rumble, but I may be wishing upon a star on that one. But I will definitely keep you guys posted on what happens with Reigns, Rollins, and Ambrose leading into WrestleMania season. And finally, guys, according to Reddit user Mets Fan Forever, the word from the backstage crew at Raw this past week is that they have the first vignette for the Ascension, and it is ready to air any week now for their main roster debut. The word is that it has played multiple times this week in the production truck, and Kevin Dunn has looked at it and made a few fixes. As of right now, the video is to everyone's liking. There has been talk of holding the vignette off for the NXT special next week. The Ascension wrestled in a match on WWE main event, and the word for a few weeks now has been that they would be called up to the main roster very soon. The mood backstage is said to be very tense. Everyone is doing their best to stay away from Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. There was also a long, closed-door meeting this week with Triple H, Stephanie, and Vince McMahon, which I'm assuming all stems from CM Punk going on the podcast with Colt Cabana, The Art of Wrestling, and giving his opinion about why he left the WWE and breaking his silence about why he walked away. So I'm sure that's the reason why they had a closed-door meeting. And Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, listen, get over it. Get over it. The man came out. The man gave you his side of the story. If you guys want to talk about it, you guys have an outlet to do so. Let us know your side of the story so we can hear from both sides of the fence. So don't feel sour over this thing. Don't hold any grudges because CM Punk will eventually be back in the WWE. It may take a few years, but regardless of that, the WWE wants to make money. They will make money off Punk, And if Austin does want to come back, the one guy I see him going up against is CM Punk. Plain and simple. That is WWE Off The Script, guys. Part 2. If you enjoyed, leave a like. Comment down below. Let me know what you think of this week's top stories in the WWE. And I will be back on Sunday with more news and rumors right here on Off The Script. A lot of TNA news. And I got news on Rey Mysterio and Brock Lesnar, giving you guys his remaining dates up until the Royal Rumble, when he will be back on WWE TV. This is JD, guys. I'll see you guys on Sunday morning. Until then, take care, and I will talk to you all very soon.